Well,
You're on.
all right, folks, today we're going to talk about good old eBay. We're also going to talk about my very first project. Found this in the back of a cabinet. I haven't looked in there in 10, 15 years. I made this back in 1990, my senior year of high school. Mr. Illig's metalworking shop class. Learned to use a South Bend lathe and a Bridgeport milling machine. And turned that up, knurled it, threaded it, milled some parts, surface ground the end, assembled it all. I was so proud of it. Then I forgot it existed, and now it's all rusty. So we're going to take it over to the scooter garage, and we're going to vapor hone it. This thing will come back looking like new money. You'll never know it was rusted, except for some pits, dings, dents, but we won't look too closely. I'm going to put it over here and hope I don't forget it. In 20 years, I'll probably find it again. Now, back to eBay. This is a box. Oh, if it rattles like that, it's got to be good stuff or broken. This is a box of DIN rail connectors, good old electrical connectors. Using these on the latest project, which is a CNC router table. Now, eBay can be a pretty good place to buy stuff. It can also be a damn crappy place to buy stuff. It's a bit of a crapshoot. But in this case, hopefully I got some good stuff in here. This is a prime example of trading time for money. I kept an eye out and I waited, and eventually this lot of Phoenix Contact connectors came up. Now, Phoenix Contact is kind of the best name of the DIN rail stuff. And this was a lot, I believe, with 300 pieces, opening bid of $5. Now, the guy that's selling it didn't understand human nature. He charged $30 to ship, and I don't know if you can see it up there, but it cost him $21. Now, of course, eBay kept 10%, so that was $3. PayPal kept a buck, and he used a great deal of good, heavyweight, thick packing tape, and he packed the tar out of this box. There's barely a square inch of cardboard showing that isn't covered with cardboard. So at least he put some effort into it. But if he had done it the other way and he started bidding for $30 with $5 shipping, he probably would have made some money. But whatever. I got it for $35 total. I'm happy. So let's see what's inside. Got some foam. And of course, like most people, he puts the items in and he puts the foam on top. People, for some reason, don't seem to understand you got to put the foam underneath, foam on top, you know. All right, so let's take a look inside. Save this stuff because I sell a lot on eBay, and packing material is packing material, right? And let's see what we got here. Standard pass-through connectors, wiring one side, wire out the other. Pretty good pile of them. Sure enough, they're all Phoenix Contact. And the more interesting stuff is this. I don't know why Phoenix does this. I don't know if you can see it, but these things are offset. Not a big fan of that. But these are 2-level. Goes through, wire in, wire out, wire in, wire out. And it's got a jumper in between. So if you hook an incoming wire to one, you can get signal out the other 3. And looks like we got a pretty good pile of these guys in here. So I'm not a big fan of these offsets, I said, so I'll probably just catalog them, put them right back on eBay, and get rid of them for whatever I get. However, let's see what else we got. Oh, relays. Another I don't know what the hell that is. Just put it over there for now. A bunch of relays. That's good stuff. Real handy. A bunch more of those 4-position connectors. That's a weird one. This is 4-position also. Everything's in line. And the wires come in from the top. It's kind of interesting. Hopefully there's a few more of those so I can actually use them. Another relay setup. 12 to 24 volts. colored ones. Now the reason all these guys have different colors is you can color code your wiring system. It makes it a lot easier to troubleshoot when you have problems and when you're assembling it, especially when you get older and your eyes start getting a little iffy like mine are without glasses. Color coding really makes a big difference in how easy it is to troubleshoot and assemble. These are the same type in that the wire comes in the top and you push down on this little gray piece, and that allows the wire to clamp and unclamp instead of having a screw. So these are the screwless connectors. These ones are really expensive. And it looks like I've got two different colors, pretty good number of them. So those will come in handy. These green ones are ground blocks. And if you look, the wire comes in, wire goes out, and there's a jumper leading down to a steel bar along the bottom that grounds it against the DIN rail, which is grounded to the machine. So those are pretty handy as well. Those weird offset ones, but those are the grounding style. This way with 4 contacts, you don't have to, you can use half as many blocks. More of them. No description, just a part number. These guys, I don't see the mating piece here, but basically what these do is these plug in, allow you to put a wire in from the top. It expands the capabilities of what you're doing. So kind of like add-on terminals. The black one is another color. One of those offset deals. And the actual reason I bought this lot. Now the guy didn't put any part numbers in, and they weren't the best pictures, but with a little bit of work I was able to figure out a couple of the pieces that were in there. So these are little plug-in modules. I was actually going to go ahead and buy some of these. And they're $3-4 bucks a piece, and I bought everything for 35 bucks. What else we got here? One of those plug-in expansion modules. And more those little plug-ins. This allows you to cut a hole in a panel, have that facing out, and these little plug-in wire holders, wire connectors, stab into that. So it's a really neat wiring arrangement. And you can use spade terminals or solder to connect the wires to the other side. So as I was saying, I was looking to buy a bunch of those, and here's 2 full boxes of them. And at a couple bucks a piece, there are 50 in each. So this was way more well worth it. So basically I bought a handful of these and I got everything else for free. Some of the stuff I'll resell, some of the stuff I'll keep. There's another, here's an ice cube relay and the holder that it goes into. This backside release is what slips over the DIN rail. It goes in your electrical box. And it looks like one large one, 3-4 small ones, those connectors, all ground clamps. So this was a pretty good haul for 35 bucks. And it looks like it went through the mail and didn't even have a chance to break it. It was only in transit for about 2 days. So nobody put a foot on it or ran the mail truck over it. Although I usually have pretty good luck with the mail. It's usually UPS that breaks stuff up. Or worse, that weird hybrid FedEx postal
Smart
thing.
mail.
The Smart Post, where it kind of takes the worst of the post office and the worst of FedEx and puts them together in this kind of synergy of evil, where they pick it up and then they hand it over to the post office and they hand it over to FedEx. Then FedEx drives around the country with it and they hand it back to the post office, and it sits in a bin at the regional for like 4 days until they get around to picking it up and distributing it. Apparently there's a contract that they cannot get it to you in under a week and a half. So whatever. It saves 50 cents, and well, 50 cents is 50 cents, I guess, although I would gladly pay more to get it through regular routes and not have it in transit for so long. So that's about it. Next video, we're going to show the CNC router. Thanks for watching.